I suck in the air through my dry lips. I have to keep quiet. It's here. And if it finds me, I'm good as dead. I wish I knew what it actually was, because my mind's eye is probably much worse than reality. Or at least that's what I pray to be the case. But, in a way I'm glad I don't. All I need to know is that this is bad and angry at me for something. But what? Again, what I don't know can't hurt me. That is until I'm found. I search frantically for somewhere to go from here. Away. But I'm unsuccessful. The only thing I can find is darkness. The cold, lonely blackness that has become my tomb. I can't stay here much longer, because I can hear the steps, or dragging of the thing's feet lurking in the neighbouring dimness. I feel myself break into icy sweat that swamps my hair and sticks to my clothes. This makes me feel even more restricted and claustrophobic. I can't deal with this much longer. I'm gonna be sick, or worse, cry out. I have to keep strong. My sister wasn't strong, and she got taken by the loony police. She just wouldn't stop crying and lashing out at people. Or maybe couldn't. I don't really know. I fling my arms quicker still to the seemingly closing walls, because the sound is getting ever closer. I touch just grimy walls and webs. I start losing my patience, and in my hysteria, I trip over my own feet with a sickening thud. I just lie there, and there's silence. A long, unwanted, nauseating silence. Then I can hear it coming faster now, and I don't know why, but I can almost taste the victory this malevolent monster must be tasting now that it knows I'm here. I scramble on the floor for what seems like forever, until I hit my one-way ticket out of here, a trap door. I spring my own personal haven's door open and throw myself inside. My eyes sting because the artificial light is all too new to me, but I welcome it like a long-lost friend. I felt so elated that I even allowed myself a quick whoop and smiled to myself. For how long haven't I smiled? It feels so unnatural that I have to stop it, because I don't like the alien feel of it. Sobering up from my initial high, I take in my surroundings. A chair, a desk with 3 scraps of paper from a journal, 2 professional-looking documents and a photograph, a tape recorder, and a large, somewhat menacing door. The sense of recognition jolts me immediately, but I'm not sure how. If I'd known about here, I'd never have left it. It should soothe me, the brightness and open space, but it makes me feel uneasy. There are no monsters here, but why do I get the feeling I'm not alone? That there's something more dangerous here than what the eye may see. The initial joviality leaves me altogether now. I stand in the center of the room without looking at anything in particular, but at the same time, taking in everything. After about an hour of surveying everything, I dare myself to the chair to sit down because my legs feel like they'll leave me at any given second. I pull myself to the table and start reading the crumpled pages, which appear to be from a journal. The writing looks to have been written by a 5-year-old and is basically impossible to read, with the only obvious way of identification being the childish drawings. My sister's drawings. This time I really do throw up. This is sick. What is this? Who would do this? I'm shaking as I analyse the illustrations, the jutting lines meant to form people, the squiggles for hair, the unnatural curves for mouths, and the insignificant blob in the centre with a gaping hole where the smile should be. This was one of the many pictures my estranged sister would draw. They always scared me, and even now they leave me cold. So I throw it away, uncaring of where it landed. I pick up the documents now, which seem to be medical documents. At first, I'm confused because I don't see any relevancy to this, until I see something that I need to read a few times to understand fully. The space where my sister's name should be hasn't got a name in it. Something is clearly wrong here because it makes no sense whatsoever. It's a lie. It's wrong. That name does not belong in that cold-hearted space. That name should be a secret to this page, insignificant even, because that name does not belong to an insane, violent girl. That name's mine. There's a very loud thump scratch at the door that makes me flinch. I forgot about it, but I don't care to hide now. I finally listen to the recording with bated breath. A man begins to speak in a very clipped, professional way, and he says, "Patient number 45. After the tests, show signs of severe schizophrenia and multiple personality disorder. She seems to like to keep her more negative personality aspects in the body of her sister and keep the positive to herself. She's showing no signs of improvement, and her hallucinations seem to be getting more vivid." As if to confirm what this man is saying, I look to the photograph laying on the side of the desk. There are only 3 people in the photograph. My mother, my father, and then me in the middle, grinning. I'm unsure whether she can be cured. It's not that we, the staff, are incapable. It's that she can't help herself. She refuses to come to terms with the illness and is becoming less and less responsive to our screenings. I turn it off. I can't listen anymore. This man, who knows not even my name, knows more about myself than I do. I feel dizzy now. An intruder in my own mind. I finally allow myself to cry. I let it all out. All my anger, my fear, my loneliness. All I've felt in however long I've been running. Released in one long, animalistic cry. I'm a living lie. A walking joke. For all this time. That's when I remember that it's at the trap door, still bellowing and scratching. I'm no longer scared of it. It's not my enemy. It's my friend. It's a part of me. I've been hunting for it all this time, not the other way around. So I open the trap door, and I embrace insanity. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you enjoyed today's story, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more stories like it, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. That way you'll never miss a story. Oh, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. That way you can keep up with the latest goings on in my life and the channel's.